Good morning, algebra students. Today is the first assignment from marking period 1 of the new school year. Today we're going to be talking about algebraic expressions. We're going to be writing algebraic variable expressions, and we're putting it into an algebraic expression. And we're going to take algebraic expressions and we're going to write variable expressions or verbal expressions. So what it means is we're going to look at a problem and we're going to write out in words what it's saying, and then we're going to look at words and we're going to write it out mathematically. So just bear with me, you'll figure it out. So the first one, we have an example here, and what we have is 6n squared. So I really could have just said 6n squared if I wanted to. So you're going to write a verbal expression. So an algebraic expression consists of one or more numbers and variables, along with one or more arithmetic operations. So there's going to be variables, numbers, and there's going to be operations, mathematical operations. So in algebra, a variable is a symbol used to represent, so a variable is a symbol used to represent unspecified numbers or values. I believe that you guys are fully aware of variables, and some of you may not like them, some of you love them, but hopefully you'll learn to understand them better through this course. So any letter may be used as a variable. So that means you can use X, which is the most common. You can use A, you can use B, C, D, E, F, G, all of them, all of these letters can be used. It doesn't matter which one you use, as long as you're consistent. So look at this example. We're going to write a verbal expression for each algebraic expression. So a verbal is words. So we have 6n squared. So we have the product. They gave us the answer of the product of 6 times a number. So, oops. Hold up. There we go. They gave us 6 times the number. So I'm going to insert a text box here if I can find it. And I'm going to write a different way to say it. So and I'm going to change my font so that I have a different color. So it should be in red. All right. So the product of 6 times a number. I could have also said, like I said, 6 times n squared. That's one way to write it. I could have absolutely wrote it that way. There's other ways to write it. It's not letting me do it. Another way I could have wrote it is 6n squared. I could have wrote it 6n squared if I wanted to. But we're not going to write that. So that's good. That's good. Just know that there could be other ways. You could do 6 times a number. You can do 6n squared. Look at this one. I have n cubed minus 12m. So they said the difference of n cubed and 12 times m. That's one way to write it, right? Another way I could have written it. It's not letting me do it. Another way I could have written it. Where are you at? Text box. So I could have written it as a number cubed minus the product of 12 and another number. So if you notice, a number cubed, that would be n cubed. That's one variable. Minus is our operation. The product means multiplication, so we got 12 times m, so the product of 12 and another number. Notice how I said another number. Well, the reason I said that is because we have two different variables in this expression here. So we have a number, n, and then another number, m. So that's another way to put it. And the reason I'm sharing this is because there's multiple ways to write these out. So if you look here, and I'm just going to draw it. No, I'm not. So I'm going to pull over the actual document that you guys are going to be working on. So number 1 is right here. And when you go to do this, I really want you guys to change up the color. So you have W minus 1. I would say the difference of W and 1. And that is fully acceptable. For this one, again, I'm going to change the number. Maybe I'll do blue this time just so that it breaks it up and I can easily see your answer. I'm going to say the product of 1/3 and the cube of a number. And a number cubed, sorry. Cubed. So I'm going to put and a number cubed, or I could have just put and a cubed. So that's what you guys are doing for this assignment for the first half. Now let's look at the second half. The second half is going to be a little bit different. They're going to give us the words, the verbal expression, and they want us to write the algebraic expression. So in this case, we have 4 more than a number n. They're telling us what variable to use, and they're saying 4 more. Well, more than means plus. So 4 more than. So we have 4 plus a number n. 4 plus n. And that's what we would put in there. 4 plus n. The difference of a number squared and 8. So notice they don't give us a precise variable here. They just say a number. So I can say x, and we know that x is squared, and it tells us that it's a difference, and difference means subtraction. So minus, and what's our another part? 8. So x squared minus 8, or they did n squared minus 8. Different ways you can do it. So then for the write the algebraic expression, a number decreased by 8. A number decreased by 8. Decreased means subtraction. 8 is our number we're subtracting by, and a number, that sounds like a variable. So let's call this r. R minus 8. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Hopefully you guys figure it out. Let's look at number 3. A number squared. A number squared. So that means a number, let's go with y. Why not? Squared means to the second power. And I want to share that with you. The reason I did that one is because I want to share with you how you're supposed to put this in over here. So we did number 1. Again, I'm going to change the font color. So a number decreased by 8, we said r minus 8. And that's our answer there. But then here we did a number squared. And the reason why I want to show you this one is because you're going to do it a little bit differently. I will accept this if you put number, then the caret key, then 2. That means a number squared. But what I'd really like to see is you guys to start to use the graph, the fonts and everything correctly. So I'm going to slide this down so you can see everything I'm doing. A number squared, so I'm going to say n is my variable. And then I'm going to put 2. But notice, I'm going to highlight the 2. And I'm going to go into Format, Text, Superscript. Now that says n squared. So notice, I have n squared. But notice, if I start typing still, I'm still in the superscript. So now after I do that, I have to go again into format text superscript to get out of it. So this will really help us. Say that we have 4 times the number squared plus 5. I would say 4x squared plus 5, and I would go in and I'd highlight the 2 that I want to square it, and I put it as a superscript, and that says 4x squared plus 5. So hopefully you guys can figure out and maneuver your way around. I'm always available for help. I know this is going to be a learning curve for a lot of us to do algebra on Google Classroom, but we're going to do our best. This video really works for today's assignment as well as tomorrow's assignment, because tomorrow's assignment is, so I'm going to post it on both days. Tomorrow's assignment is you're just going to be doing more problems like this. So, all right, guys, have a good day, and if you have any questions, give me a holler.